We all dream of buying that one perfect car, sleek design, great mileage, comfy seats, maybe even a sunroof you'll never use. But some brands, they come with something extra, a lifetime subscription to stress, repairs, and regret. The only place where we roast car brands harder than your engine after forgetting oil changes. Today, we're counting down the 11 worst car brands you'll regret buying in 2025, with sarcasm, suspense, and a whole lot of truth. Let's roll. And hopefully, not break down halfway. Number 11. Fiat. For when you want a car that's adorable, and also allergic to reliability. Don't be fooled by the cute Euro chic design. That Fiat 500 might look like it belongs in a romantic Rome montage, but in real life, it belongs in your mechanic's garage. Frequent issues, transmission failures, engine stalls, electrical demons, dash lights brighter than your future. Oh, and let's not forget the build quality. Doors that feel like cardboard, knobs that fall off after 2 Spotify playlists, and ride comfort that feels like sitting on a rolling wooden crate. Buying a Fiat is a great way to experience the full range of emotions: excitement, confusion, regret, bankruptcy. 10. Mitsubishi. Remember when Mitsubishi made Lancer Evos and Pajeros that tore up streets and deserts? Well, those days are gone, like Blockbuster, like Nokia ringtones. Gone. Today's Mitsubishi is like that kid who peaked in high school. I'm still wearing the varsity jacket, but nobody's impressed anymore. Most of their 2025 models feel dated, underpowered, and underwhelming. And the technology? It's about as modern as a fax machine. Issues include CVT problems, cheap plastic interiors, rough gear, shifts, zero personality on the road. You want a car, not a throwback. Thursday. Unless you love explaining to passengers, yeah, it's not supposed to sound like that. Number 9. Mini by BMW. The Mini Cooper, quirky, fashionable, slightly posh. It's the car version of a fancy cupcake, tasty looking but full of empty promises. Owned by BMW, Mini costs luxury money, but gives you economy class problems. You've got turbocharger failures, transmission complaints, and electronics that go on strike more often than train unions. And when something breaks, and it will, repairs can be comically expensive when something breaks, and they often do. Even an oil change feels like you're funding a small nation's economy. It's enough to make you want to scream. Even an oil change feels like you're funding a small nation's economy. Mini is short for minimum reliability. Maximum drama, because why pay less when you can overpay for frustration? Right. Jeep, built for battle. Except in real life, it's battling itself. Sure, it looks like it can climb Everest and swim across rivers. But let's be honest, 80% of Jeeps are just trying to survive the suburbs. And they're not doing a great job. Common complaints in 2025, poor fuel economy, U-joint failure, steering wobble, aka death wobble, electronic glitches. And if you dare to go off-road, you better bring a toolbox, and a priest, and a tow truck. Owning a Jeep is like dating a bad boy. Fun at first, until your wallet files for emotional damages. Number 7. Nissan used to be a fan favorite, affordable, stylish, and dependable. Now, it's like the singer who had one hit and then released 17 bad remixes. Let's talk about that infamous CVT transmission. The one that whines, jerks, slips, and dies faster than a TikTok trend. The Altima and Rogue are leading the "why is my car making that sound?" movement. Add in subpar interiors, low resale value, and software gremlins, and suddenly, your affordable Nissan feels like a bad decision with wheels. Nissan 2025, innovation that frustrates. Number 6. Land Rover. A name that whispers luxury and screams maintenance costs. You see one and think, that person has taste. What you don't see is the Google search history. How to reset Range Rover dash warning. Why is my air suspension making that noise? Land Rover won't start again. Help. Common problems include air suspension failure, electrical bugs, infotainment, lag, high depreciation and repairs. You'll need a mortgage cosigner. Land Rover is like a Hollywood star, looks amazing, costs a fortune, constantly in rehab. Bonus mini segment, the almost bad but not quite. Cars quick pit stop. Let's talk about some brands that just missed the list. Those cars that aren't full-on disasters, but still make you second-guess your life. Choice is Kia, making progress, but the engines still go boom sometimes. Volkswagen, stylish, yes. But DSG issues and sensor tantrums? Constant. Hyundai, great features for the price, but engine recalls keep raining down like confetti. Consider these the honorable mentions in the Hall of Almost Regret. But now, it's time for the elite squad of disappointments. The car brands that perfected the art of betrayal. These aren't just bad, they're the Mount Everest of mechanical misery. Let's finish what we started. Number 5. Chrysler A. Chrysler, or, as I like to call it, the brand that forgot it was still alive. Once a proud American nameplate, now reduced to a showroom that looks like a ghost town. You've got the 300 sedan, which drives like it's retired, and the Pacifica minivan, a family hauler with commitment issues. Frequent issues include transmission, failure, shoddy electronics, weak resale value features that feel 5 years behind everyone else. If Chrysler were a person, it would show up late to the party, wearing 2010 fashion, bragging about MySpace. You don't want to be seen in that, you want to escape from it. Number 4. Chevrolet, specific models. Now hear me out. Not every Chevy is trash. We love the Corvette. The Silverado? Solid. But some models are certified heartbreak machines. Chevy Malibu, aging like milk Equinox, as bland as boiled chicken spark. More spark in the name than the engine tracks. A crossover that tried but never trained. Let's not start on the tech systems that crash more often than Windows XP, or the plastic interiors that feel like toy packaging. Chevy's cheaper models feel like what happens when a bean counter builds a car. You'll pay less up front and 5 times more. In tears. Number 3, Tesla look. I know, the fans are already writing angry tweets, but this needs to be said. Tesla is the tech bro of the auto world. Flashy, fast, full of potential, but also kinda annoying. In 2025, Tesla's biggest problem is a lack of quality control. We're talking misaligned panels, peeling paint, glitchy touchscreens, autopilot. That's a little too auto. Not to mention customer service that feels like talking to a wall in Morse code. Tesla's motto should be, drive into the future, and possibly into traffic. Because when your car updates during a red light, that's not innovation, that's chaos. 2. Alfa Romeo, bellissima, passion, style, and pain. These cars are like falling in love with an artist. Beautiful, dramatic, mysterious, and emotionally exhausting. You'll spend half your time gazing at it, and the other half, I'm praying it starts. Known issues include random check engine, lights, infotainment crashing like a college dorm, Wi-Fi, electrical bugs, expensive repair parts. And here's the kicker. Even if you baby it, Alfa will still find a way to remind you that Italian passion comes with its share of breakdowns. Owning an Alfa is like dating someone way out of your league. Sure, it's thrilling, until they disappear and leave you with the bill. Number 1. Jaguar. And the number 1 spot goes to the silent killer of wallets. Jaguar. Luxury? Yes. Prestige? Maybe. Reliability? Loading? Never. Common issues. Constant warning lights, air suspension failures, touchscreens with selective memory keyless systems that sometimes say, nah. Want to replace a part? Get ready to wait and sell a kidney. Maybe both. Even worse? Depreciation that feels like a financial ambush. Buy a new Jaguar, and 6 months later, it's worth half. Why? Because people know they've been burned. Jaguar is the most expensive way to learn a simple lesson. Looks aren't everything. Honorable mention. Your regret list might be different. You've had a great experience with one of these brands. Maybe your Fiat is still kicking. Maybe your Jeep hasn't caught fire yet, and hey, that's great. But these rankings aren't made up. They're based on industry data, consumer reports, repair shops, resale value, actual tiers from actual owners. So, if your dream car is on this list, ask yourself, is it a dream or a ticking wheeled nightmare with leather seats? Closing message. Don't get played in the driveway. Buying a car isn't just a purchase. It's a commitment, a relationship. And if you choose wrong, you'll be in therapy. With your mechanic. Look beyond the badge, look beyond the brochure. And for the love of your sanity, Check the forums. Smash that like button if you've ever yelled at your dashboard. Comment below with the worst car you've ever owned. We're ready for the tea. And don't forget to subscribe where we save wallets, break illusions, and throw shade. One brand at a time.